You open your eyes. The sun's out. The sky is blue. The world seems normal, but it's not. It takes you a few minutes to realize that your phone won't connect. There's no internet. No one's calling. The streets are empty. You knock on doors. No answer. You shout down highways and get nothing but echoes in return. No people. No traffic. No voices. No warnings. You are alone. At first, your brain tries to explain it. A joke. A hidden camera. A dream. But the more you search, the more silent the world becomes. This isn't a prank. This isn't a test. You are the last human on Earth. The silence becomes deafening. Even in the middle of a city, the absence of life is overwhelming. Stores are stocked. Cars are parked. Meals are half-eaten. Everything is frozen in time. There was no apocalypse. No war. No disease. Just disappearance. Now what? Your first instinct is survival, but it's not the desperate, scavenging kind you see in movies. You're surrounded by abundance. You raid supermarkets, grab supplies, drive cars off the lot. No rules, no laws, no one to stop you. You camp in mansions. You sleep in penthouses. You drink the finest wine. Watch every movie. Read every book. It's paradise for a while. But paradise needs people. Within weeks, the cracks begin to show. The power goes out. Water pressure drops. Gas pumps stop working. You realize how dependent you were on others. Civilization wasn't magic, it was maintained by people, and now they're gone. The food in freezers spoils. Grocery shelves aren't restocked. Medicine expires. Water becomes questionable. Suddenly, your life depends on skills you never had to learn. You teach yourself how to preserve food, how to purify water. You read survival guides like gospel. You're no longer playing. You're adapting. But as your skills grow, so does something darker, the weight of isolation. Without human contact, your mind rebels. You start narrating your day out loud, talking to photos, holding conversations with yourself, just to remember what a voice sounds like. Psychologists say humans can't stay sane in isolation forever. Solitary confinement breaks people in weeks. You start to dream vividly about people you knew, faces you'd forgotten. You hear footsteps that aren't there, laughter in the distance, music in the wind. You're not going mad, you're coping. You start building routines. They give your life shape. Morning walks, afternoon repairs, evening fires. You journal, you sketch, you record video diaries not because anyone will see them, but because it reminds you that you existed. You explore abandoned cities, climb empty towers, sit in cathedrals and scream into the dome. No one answers. One day, you drive for miles desperate to see a sign of life. You climb hills, scan with binoculars. You light flares at night, leave chalk markings on highways. Still, nothing. You're not just surviving anymore. You're searching for meaning. What is the point of life without other people? What does happiness mean when there's no one to share it with? You begin to repurpose your life. You become an architect of solitude. You turn an old museum into your home. You fill it with books, photos, animals you've rescued. You create your own holidays. You write down the story of the world, your version, your truth. Maybe someone, someday, will find it. The seasons change. Snow comes. Without salt trucks or plows, you learn how to hibernate in the cold. You build solar panels. Insulate your shelter. Collect rainwater. Every day is another challenge and a small triumph. Years pass. You've aged. You've survived. You've adapted to a world not built for one. And one day, you realize it's not fear that haunts you anymore. It's memory. You remember faces, parents, friends, strangers on the street. You remember their voices, the warmth of laughter, the random noise of life. You would give up every mansion, every car, every treasure you've ever found just to talk to someone again. But the world stays quiet. Still, hope flickers. You start transmitting messages. broadcasting your location. You build a beacon. Something big. Something impossible to miss. You paint rooftops. I am here. You write on walls. You are not alone. Because maybe, just maybe, someone else survived. Maybe they're looking for you too. Or maybe you are truly the last. And if that's the case, then you carry the weight of everything humanity ever was. Its triumphs, its mistakes, its love, its cruelty, its beauty. You are the final page in a story 300,000 years long. And if that's your fate, you decide to make your ending count. You plant trees. You rescue animals. You leave behind signs and shelters and knowledge just in case something someday rises again. Because if you're the last person on Earth, you are also its legacy. And sometimes being the last means becoming the first. Would you survive in a world where silence never ends? Or would you create something new just so the silence has something to echo? Let us know what you would do if humanity vanished tomorrow. And remember, being alone doesn't mean being forgotten. It means you're the one left to remember everything.